Hi guys, so continuing on our ascension path, detox. Something that I've been noticing a lot are questions about detox and ascension, and how important is it? Well, I'd like to provide some clarity on this with my own experiences. You know, when you say that you have ascension symptoms, it could be brain fog, it could be depression, anxiety, overwhelm, all those different things. Well, part of that is because your physical vessel is not able to actually upgrade with the rest of your DNA. And so, we get these waves of upgrades, of information, of activations. And as our DNA is going through these activations to the new earth, our upgrades, if our bodies aren't aligned, then when we get the upgrade, then our bodies have to pull itself up to that upgrade. And it usually has, the byproduct of that is the ascension symptoms. So that's why detox is so important, because when we detox, we're detoxing of heavy metals, toxins, chemicals, pollution, all of these things that keep us lower in the lower frequency. And think about that, when you're going through your ascension process, are you taking care of your vessel? Have you done a detox yet? One thing that I uncovered about my detoxes, and I've done I detox all the time, but major detoxes, I do these 10-day detoxes, and they're plant-based and gluten-free, all these things. There's superfood shakes that I take with a cleanse, and it's all natural, of course, and it's part of my DNA activation program. But when I go through these, I realized that I had parasites about a year ago because it was affecting the way I eat and the desires I had. And so there's a correlation. If you have parasites inside of you, they actually control your mind, and they can control your cravings. And so, of course, take that with a grain of salt. You don't have to download anything that you want, but this is just me providing my own clarity for you guys. So the goal is to rid yourself of the parasites, right? So that you can go through your ascension process very fluidly. And that's what it's been like for me since I've cleaned my vessel, so much so that I feel very almost graceful, I guess. My ascension symptoms aren't there, and if they are there, it's usually because I'm not moving my body, which I'll get to in the future. But detox, okay? Another thing about detox is that our DNA cannot activate with these toxins, with the environment of chemicals inside of us. It can't optimize. So as we're getting these waves of activations, if our DNA is not able to optimize, it's it's dragging it, and we're dragging our DNA to get to a point of optimization, but we can't. And so if you're experiencing these ascension symptoms, I want you to ask yourself, are you detoxing? Are you getting good sleep? Yeah, sleep is actually one of the highest points of detox throughout the day, because you're sleeping and your cells regenerate, and that's why you wake up with bad breath, So as you're detoxing, you're able to get the things out of your system that activate yourself. So I want to take ascension a little step further, a little bit deeper here, dive into the water with me. So we're moving from the 666 carbon 12 to carbon 7, which is 616. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. Now we're going to 6 protons, 1 neutron, and 6 electrons. Our DNA is literally changing. Our carbon-based bodies are moving from carbon-based to crystalline base. And as our DNA changes, our molecular structure is changing, obviously. So what are some of the best ways to detox? Do a 10-day detox to get rid of parasites and heavy metals and toxins. I do offer this in my program. If you guys want to learn more, just click the link below. They're super cheap, you guys. The detox that I offer is doable for everyone, and that's where I'm at, is that, you know, you can optimize the detox. It's not like you can't eat any food. You know, you can just do the detox and fast on the side. It just depends on where you're at. And so the first time I ever detox, I ate food with it. And so it can change depending on person. And then also your water. During our ascension process, hydration is key for activating our DNA. Now, I know I talk about structured water, but I'm telling you guys, Kangen water is the deepest I have gone, and I feel that the reason why Kangen water is, compared to all these other waters, it's the most optimal is because it's the next level. It has hydrogen and it has structure and it is alkalized. There's no added solution or whatever to the drinking water. You got to be careful with that with other alkaline waters. You want to make sure you're getting water with a structure, because the structure is what creates the DNA expression. Once the DNA is expressed, that gets turned into amino acid. Well, it gets turned into RNA and then amino acids, and then, you know, the amino acids are the building blocks of the rest of the body. So the water is the 11th layer, as I like to call it, or maybe the 13th layer, because as we're moving in from the 666 to the 616, we're changing, and we're moving to, have you guys ever heard of 12 around 1? I'll just kind of drop some seeds in here. The 12 around 1 concept, the 13th person at the Last Supper. This is our activation. This is our next ascension, and we're in this together. So another way to detox is infrared saunas. The way I see it, the best way my body can detox is if I'm actually sweating. Because you guys know I'm all about water, right? And so as I'm detoxing, as I'm getting these things out, I've got to penetrate my core. And infrared saunas go 9-inch deep, preferably near infrared saunas, not far infrared saunas, because the near infrared saunas have less EMFs. So that's another way to create structured water in the body. And you'll hear me talk about structured water because it is one of the goals that I have in mind. Whenever I'm looking at something to eat or doing something like, how can I create more structured water in my body so that my DNA can be expressed and the building blocks of my body can then go on. So anyway, if you'd like more info about that, you can also email me at joinjilly@gmail.com or find an infrared sauna in your area, because they're amazing and I do them. Another way is hot yoga, sweating. Again, the water in your body pushes these toxins out. I do want to say though, if you are doing anything that has to do with sweat, make sure you bring a towel and wipe off all the toxins, because if you sweat it all out and then they dry on your skin will just reabsorb them. So just make sure you're drying it off. And I actually use the Kangen machine, a 2.5 water that kills all bacteria. So I'll spray that on myself after I work out, after I towel myself off. And there's many other benefits to hot yoga as well, but that's just one of them. So sweating is key. Sweating is key. So another way to detox is basically by the minerals that you're taking. Chlorella and spirulina are the two, like the king and the queen of this whole detox thing, you know, and I won't go too far into that, but that's all I'm going to say. And I do refer a specific brand, because chlorella and spirulina, when they go in your body, they push everything out, but they also absorb wherever they've grown. So you really have to look at where it's sourced, really look at that. Another way to detox is looking at the moon. This is where it gets a little fun. So the moon, depending on where the moon is, the new moon up to the full moon is when we grow, when we, create new things. And then the full moon to the new moon is when we are going to be detoxing. So if you can time your detox from the full moon and onward, that is one of the ways that you can optimize the energies that are going on with everything around you. And, as you know, the moon controls the waters in the body. So if the waters in the body, that looks really cool. The waters in the body, if they are being optimized at the time where they're being released, the waters in your body will help release them, right? So another thing I just wanted to mention, if you are vegan, and I am plant-based, raw, and I know a lot of my followers are too, look into your absorption rate. I went and got my blood tested by an Ascension doctor. This is not very common, and I won't give out too much information about that, but if you go get your blood tested and they tell you that your absorption rate is low, it means you're dehydrated. Doesn't matter how much water you're drinking. If you're not drinking the right kind of water, you will be dehydrated. And I was luckily really dehydrated, and I had no heavy metals in my system. That is huge. So I'm telling you, hydration, absorption is key. I will keep saying that over and over. Hydration and absorption is key. I hope this helps you guys. Through our Ascension process, I want to offer these detox programs to people so that it's simple enough for people to implement into their lives, and that can be duplicated, and you can hand that off to your friends. So I do have an affiliate program with that as well. Building this, I'm on a mission to help us in our Ascension process so we can all get there together, so we can all lock our arms together and get there. And that is what our Wake Tribe is all about as well. If you want to learn more about Wake Tribe, we're on Instagram, and it's WAKE_tribe. I love you guys so much. I'm so thankful to be here. Starseed, Lightworkers, everyone. Love you.